Welcome back to the channel. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's unpack the madness because Thursday's episode is going to blow your minds. Let's start with the man who always manages to land on his feet, no matter how much trouble he causes. Leo Stark is officially back in Salem. Can you believe it? I genuinely thought Dimitri von Leuschner was going to keep him locked in an Alemanian dungeon forever, playing out some twisted, toxic romance. But Leo played the ultimate psychological card. He looked Dimitri in the eye and told him they were never, ever getting back together. Boom. It actually worked. Now he is back in town, and the ripple effects are already causing massive shockwaves. The sneak peek photos for Thursday, August 20, show Leo wasting absolutely no time making his rounds. First up, the reunion with his partner in crime, Gwen. Pop the champagne. Gwen has been practically vibrating with guilt ever since she left her bestie behind to secure her own freedom. Seeing Leo walk through the door gives her a massive reason to smile. But here's the kicker. It is not all sunshine and rainbows. In true Gwen and Leo fashion, the reunion takes a very serious turn. There is a deeply tense moment in the preview photos where Gwen places her hands on Leo's chest, looking incredibly worried. And then the stare down. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That classic soap opera glare where two characters know a massive secret but refuse to say it out loud. What are they hiding? Did Leo make a darker deal with Dimitri to secure his release? Or does Gwen know that Rafe's immunity deal is going to blow back on both of them? Let's be real for a second. These two have a history of scheming that goes back years. Remember when they were terrorizing Abigail? They are survivors, but their survival usually comes at a massive cost to everyone around them. I bet Leo is holding a massive secret, especially since one of the photos shows him looking totally perplexed on a phone call. And then we have the romantic fallout of Leo's return. Javi Hernandez is absolutely ecstatic to see Leo back in town. The smile on Javi's face when he runs into Leo in Horton Town Square is blinding. They are shaking hands, catching up, and the chemistry is just radiating off the screen. But guess who is watching this little reunion? Gus. Poor, miserable, jealous Gus. Gus is standing in the background, looking like he wants to shoot lasers out of his eyes. And honestly, I totally get it. Javi was literally ready to fly across the world to save Leo from Dimitri. That is not just friendly concern. That is deep, unresolved, messy love. Gus puts Javi on the spot, demanding answers about his obvious feelings. A lot of fans think Gus is overreacting, but I actually think Gus needs to pack his bags and run for the hills. Javi is hopelessly addicted to Leo's toxic charm. It reminds me so much of how Sonny Kiriakis used to get pulled back into Leo's web years ago. Leo is a magnet for these good guys who think they can fix him. It never works. Javi is going to break Gus's heart, and we all know it. But let's pivot to the hospital because the drama happening over there is incredibly heavy. We need to talk about Joy Wesley and Alex Kiriakis. The latest spoilers reveal that Joy is facing a terrifying health scare. Kayla sits Joy down and delivers a literal worst-case scenario regarding her swelling spine. A swelling spine. That is terrifying. After all the theories floating around about leukemia, this spinal stenosis situation is taking a very dark, potentially fatal turn. Joy is seen looking at a medical book, completely overwhelmed by the reality of her diagnosis, and Alex walks in on her. The tragedy of Joy's character is just so rich when you look at her history. Think about it. She was literally conceived as a savior sibling to cure her older sister's leukemia. Her entire existence has been tied to medical trauma in hospital. And now, As a new mother to baby Kelsey, she is facing a condition that could paralyze her or worse. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Alex does exactly what you would expect him to do. He steps up. He wraps Joy in his arms as she completely breaks down crying. Robert Scott Wilson is going to absolutely nail these emotional scenes. Alex has massive abandonment issues because of his biological mother, Angelica Devereaux. He is terrified of losing the mother of his child. So he is holding Joy, comforting her, promising to be her rock, and you won't believe what happens next. In true dramatic soap opera fashion, who is standing in the doorway? Stephanie. Of course she is spying on them. Stephanie sees this intimate, vulnerable embrace, and her mind immediately goes to the darkest possible place. Let's unpack Stephanie's psychology right now because she is completely losing the plot. She has severe PTSD from the Owen Kent kidnapping. She is paranoid, she is insecure, and she feels completely pushed out of her own marriage. When she sees Alex holding Joy, she doesn't see a man comforting a terrified, sick woman. She sees a husband falling in love with his baby mama. And the absolute craziest part, Joy sees Stephanie standing there. They lock eyes over Alex's shoulder. It is going to be a chilling moment. Joy knows Stephanie is watching. I wouldn't put it past Joy to hold on to Alex just a little bit tighter in that moment. It's a brilliant, subtle power play. I think this marriage is completely dead in the water. Stephanie is going to confront Alex about the hug. Alex is going to fiercely defend Joy's medical crisis, and Stephanie is going to snap. Now, we have to talk about the DiMera and Carver family explosion because this is honestly the most painful storyline on the canvas right now. Theo Carver is absolutely furious, and his target is his own family member, Johnny DiMera. The spoilers for Thursday state explicitly that Theo cannot and will not forgive Johnny. Theo firmly believes that Johnny is a manipulative liar. And worse, Theo thinks Johnny was perfectly willing to let Lexi die all alone in that mental hospital. Just let that sink in for a second. Lexi, his beloved mother, who he just miraculously got back, was hidden away in a mental hospital as her condition deteriorated. And Theo blames Johnny for being complicit in EJ's sick, twisted cover-up. This betrayal cuts so incredibly deep because they are family. Johnny and Theo grew up in the same orbit. For Theo, losing his mother a second time is already a soul-crushing agony that no one should have to endure. But finding out that his own cousin knew about the facility, this mental hospital where Lexi was stashed away and lied to his face about it, that is unforgivable. I am totally on Theo's side here. Johnny has been trying to be a good guy lately, trying to support Chanel through her breast cancer battle, but he got pulled way too deep into EJ's toxic orbit. EJ is acting exactly like Stefano DiMera used to. Stefano loved locking people away in secret hospitals, mental facilities, and remote islands. EJ doing this to Lexi, and Johnny covering for it, is a massive slap in the face to Abe and Theo. What does this mean for the future? I predict a massive scorched earth DiMera family war. Theo is not the sweet, innocent kid he used to be. He has been hardened by grief and betrayal. I wouldn't be surprised if Theo uses whatever leverage he has to completely sabotage Johnny and EJ. He is going to make them pay for leaving his mother in that facility. Salem is an absolute powder keg right now, and Thursday's episode is going to light the match